Like it or not, tax deadlines and extension season are upon us. So let's get ready for this timeline. What's up, guys? Mike back at it again from Ledgerly, your go-to for tax strategy and smart bookkeeping, alongside my partner in crime, Andrew D'Amico. Make sure you hit subscribe for weekly videos just like this one, going into the latest and greatest, what you need to know as a business owner, individual, just like this. We're talking about extensions. Hey, they're due. They're almost here. So we're going to be going over the timeline of when you need to file, when you need to pay, and making sure you're filing on time to avoid penalties and interest. So whether you're a business owner, a freelancer, or just someone that wants to stay on top of their taxes, this is the video you don't want to miss. All right, so let's go over some of the deadlines here. First and foremost, let's go over some of the filing deadlines. This is going to include you business owners and you individuals. So you can see on our timeline here, we have our quarters broken out, Q1 through 4, and the quarter end dates. So for you business owners, March 15th is when your partnership or S-Corporation returns are due. So whether you're filing an 1120S or a 1065, your return is due on March 15th. But what if you're not ready? That's okay. You can extend. You can extend all the way to September 15th, which we're going to go over. But very important, just because you're going to go on extension doesn't mean you can wait to pay until September 15th. So if you have state income taxes due at the corporate level, at the partnership level, they are due on March 15th. But if you want to file that extension, you can kick the can to September 15th. So remember, it's an extension to file, not pay. All right, now the big one, the big date, tax day, April 15th. Shortly after partnership and S-Corporation deadline, we have our individual 1040s due, and we have our C corporations due, our 1120s. Now, same thing. If you want to go on extension, you have until October 15th to file. But remember, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. It's only an extension to file. You need to pay. Now, speaking of paying, we have our estimated tax deadlines, our estimated tax payments. So if you're a W-2 employee, you're likely having federal and state income tax withheld from your paycheck on your W-2. But if you're earning income that is not subject to that automatic withholding, like self-employment, you're an LLC owner, you're an S-Corporation owner, maybe you have significant investments, maybe you have significant real estate income, you're going to have to think about making quarterly estimates only if you don't have the right tax plan in place. That's why you contact your good friends at Ledgerly to go through the whole kit and caboodle to make sure you're not leaving deductions, credits, benefits on the table before you're giving a nickel to the IRS. But I digress. Let's go into some of these payment deadlines for estimated taxes. So your first quarter estimated payment, everything that you're earning that's falling into quarter number 1, you're going to pay it here. Your deadline for that payment is April 15th. That's why April 15th is such a big day. Your tax return is due, or your extension is due, and your estimated payments are due. Now, moving on throughout the year here, anything you're earning in quarter 2, the crazy thing here is you're going to pay it in before the quarter even ends. That's June 15th. How does this make any sense? Honestly, I have no clue. All I know is that quarters 2 and quarters 3 make 0 sense because you're both making those payments before the quarter even ends. 6/15 and 9/15. This is why it's so crucial and important to keep your books and records in order. Because if you miss one of those deadlines and you're underpaid, you might be at risk for penalties and interest. It's very important. And then to bring it on home, the quarter 4 estimated payment, that's not paid until the next year in January, after December 31st. That's going to be 1/15 of the following year. So yes, filing an extension does buy you time. It gives you a 6-month window, but don't sit on those 6 months. Use those 6 months to your advantage to get your you-know-what in order for the following year. Or better yet, book a call with us and let's get you set straight. But let's bring it on home. Let's do a quick recap here. March 15th, S-Corps and partnerships. April 15th, individuals, C corporations, and quarter 1 payment deadline for estimates. June 16th, quarter 2 payments. September 15th, extension deadline for S-Corps partnerships and quarter 3 payment. October 15th, extension deadline for individuals and C corporations. And then January 15th of the following year, is when your final Q4 estimates are due. Now, we're talking about income tax, right? Now, Andrew, my partner in crime, did one on 1099s and payroll filing. 1099s are due on January 31st of the following year, so right after Q4. And then payroll tax returns are due the subsequent month after the quarter. So after Q1, you have 1 month to file your payroll tax return. So after Q1, April 31st. After Q2, July 31st. After Q3, October 31st. And after Q4, January 31st. Just remember 31. 31, 31, 31. Keep that in your back pocket for payroll and 1099s. Okay, I'm out of breath. Let's bring it home. We did a quick recap. If you're not sure you're on track with this stuff, let's paint your own personal timeline like you're seeing here. Let's get a visual on the books for you. This is what we do. This is how we help you business owners, you high net worth individuals, high earners, families, stay on top so you're not dealing with a tax resolution case, people. No, the IRS is not going anywhere. In fact, they're probably going to get even bigger and stronger with AI. So do your due diligence. Let's not evade taxes. Let's avoid taxes the legal way. Let's make sure we are filing on time, and let's make sure we are mitigating these payments where we don't need to pay them. More money in your pocket is better than more money in the government's pocket. We'll see you on the other side.